Dear all, welcome to my YouTube channel Agri Business A Journey. Today I will discuss about another important chapter in economics, that is break-even point. Numbers of times in the exam you will find question just like BEP. It means you have to highlight that is break-even point. Why break-even point is so much important for the discussion? Because numbers of time in business, as a rational manager or a farmer, you always think that how to increase the profit, how to increase the revenue, how to minimize the cost. But it is not always possible in real scenario. In real scenario, even your business will start from loss itself. Doesn't mean that every time you will start a business, business will start in a profit. Numbers of times it occurs the loss. So as a rational manager, you always think that what is the minimum cost I will invest, or what should be my cost on which my revenue will be equal. Ultimately after that I will get the profit, and below or before that I will get the loss. So break-even point is total cost equal to total revenue. You all know that total cost is total fixed cost plus total variable cost equal to total revenue. Total fixed cost plus average variable cost. Here I have highlighted that average variable cost. It is another one of the important assumption is that in break-even point, assumption, what is the assumption? Now average variable cost equal to constant, price of the product is also remain constant. It means if both the assumption violates, then you cannot calculate the break-even point. So total fixed cost plus average variable cost plus quantity of production. Average variable cost plus quantity of production, what is that? That is the total variable cost. And average price of the product and quantity of production, what is that? And that is the total revenue. Suppose total fixed cost has been written that it is a TFC, average variable cost ABC into Q, and price of the product is P into Q. Then ultimately you will know that total fixed cost equal to Q multiplied by P minus ABC. That means break-even quantity production Q equal to TFC divided by P minus ABC. Numbers of times this is called as contribution. Contribution means how much profit has been taken by an entrepreneur, or how much quantity of units need to be produced by an entrepreneur that will overcome its total fixed cost. Total fixed cost, how much quantity you have to produce by which your overall total fixed cost will be cover up. That is called the contribution. Suppose anyone will ask about the what is the break-even sales. Break-even sales equal to PQ equal to TFC divided by 1 minus average variable cost divided by P. Where it will come? You all know that in the previous equation, TFC divided by P minus ABC. Suppose I will take P as common, total fixed cost, P as common, then 1 minus ABC, average variable cost, divided by P. That P will multiplied here. When it will be multiplied here, that will give you break-even sales. Break-even point, to calculate the break-even point, two important things you need to remember: how to calculate the break-even quantity of production and how to calculate break-even sales. Let's discuss these things with an example. Here one of the example that data are linear, means revenue is directly proportional to quantity of production. Price of the product is remain constant. Variable cost is remain constant. If everything is remain constant, or you can say that data will be linear, then you will find a single break-even point. These are the area, or after that you will get the profit. Below that you will get the loss. But when the data are not linear, it is a non-linear one, then you will find two break-even point. Every time questions arises in non-linear equation, break-even point has come two times, whereas the linear equations break-even point comes once. Why it has been observed in this manner? Because you all know that long run total cost or the total cost curve is this type. Total revenue curve will look like this, or production curve will look like this. So there are the chances that two curve will be observed in this manner, or two break-even point will be observed. Then maximum profit, or whatever the profit, will be lie in between these areas. After that, organization will again go for the loss, and below that again the organization go for the loss. Question arises, which are the point when the organization will get the maximum profit? This is the point. This is the point. That is the point of Y2. Why it is Y2? You see that is the maximum profit, because the length of the curve or length of the line, it sees, though it is just touches to the highest point of the profit, so it is the maximum point or maximum profit point where you will get the maximum profit. So questions regularly observe or arises that non-linear equations you will find 2 point where you will find the break-even point. But actually break-even point always taken into considerations linear curve or linear into considerations, because it is easier for calculation and easier for the discussions. Thank you all. Thank you listening my video. Hopefully you all subscribe my video. If don't, please do that. Thank you.